It's funny. One of my best tactics is I get people to underestimate me. I don't know what it is, but for some reason they think because someone is unarmed, or I say when I was having the financial difficulties and health difficulties, when you're down, for some reason people think just because you're down you don't have a plan, you don't have options. And I think that's what it is. I think most people, they don't figure for hard times. And I say, seeing I've been in self-employed all my life, we always, when times are good, I make money. When times are bad, I spend money. I've noticed that even here at the hotel down here, they've had the tropical storm down here. Business has been slow, and what have they been doing? You know, spending money. You know, remodeling. You know, trying to get the place cleaned up, fixed up, and that's what you do in business. Good times, you put money away. Bad times, you strengthen your foundation, and that's basically the way I run my life. And like I say, that kind of throws a lot of people in a pinch. I guess they don't think about that kind of stuff. When they have good times, they expect good times to keep going. You know, it doesn't dawn on them that sometimes good times come to an end. And but I say, so what you do is during good times, you get your gold and silver, you buy guns, get ammunition, you go to a freeze-dry guy and get some dehydrated food, or not freeze-dried food, get some freeze-dried food, and you know, start preparing. And that's what I'm saying. That's what you need to be doing during good times. Now I'll tell you, I'm gonna have my next trip back is going to be in spring, and spring of be 2012. And when I go back, it's going to be mainly tactics is what I'm going to be teaching when I go back. If people don't already have the stuff that they need, you know, by that time, I don't know what they're going to do. You know, I mean, if you don't have your stuff, you got to get stuff, and then you have to learn the tactics on how to use the stuff. And that's what I do is give you the tactics on how to use the stuff. So, but anyway, we'll see. We'll see what happens come spring. Don't be misled. Don't let people try to confuse you. Keep things simple. Simplicity is the best tactic. And tactics is what you need to focus on. You do the best you can on getting the items you need to be prepared. Tactics, you can study, you can learn, and effective tactics are better than the weapons or the ability that you're coming up against. If you've got good tactics, it doesn't make any difference if you're outnumbered or outgunned. If you've got the tactics to take care of the mess, it'll work. I say my lifestyle has been exactly that. I've always been outgunned and outnumbered. There's no limit on how far you can go if you have the tactics. So learn the tactics, and that's what's good about stories. You read stories, you listen to people, what have they done, good and bad. Because it's those tactics that are going to get you through any situation. The weapons makes it easier for your tactics to work. I say sometimes I'll be carrying 2, maybe 4 handguns. It's not the number of handguns that's going to make it a success for me to get through the situation. It's going to be the tactics that I use with those handguns. I say there was one story that I've put online when I was I wasn't outgunned, but I was outnumbered. And I used to have a supper club, and there was maybe, I don't know, 6, 8, 10 young studs all ready to kick my ass. And I wasn't so much worried about that. I was more worried about none of them were armed. So the last thing I needed to do was pull out one of my weapons. So I ended up taking my coat off, laying it on the hood of a truck, and taking my weapons out and putting them on my jacket. And I had 4 guns and knives, and it scared the hell out of everybody. Nobody knew I was so well armed, and so I didn't even have to use it. Just the idea that I had it was enough that it put fear in all these young studs. After I took everything off, I stepped out there in the road, and I was ready, man. Talking was done. Let's go. And nobody wanted any part of me. I didn't have to do anything. I didn't have to shoot anybody. So it's not necessarily the weapons that you have. It's the tactics that you use that's important. I offer classes and on everything that I do. You can come down here for 2 weeks. I'll pick you up at the airport, and then 2 weeks to a month, depending on how much time you have. And I say in a 2-week period, all the stuff that you see on my website, we're going to go through all of that stuff. You're going to experience combat like you've never seen before. You're going to see stuff like you've never seen before. You're going to experience health type treatments that you've never imagined before. And all of this will better your life, and all of this you can do. That's what's really cool about it. You can do it. What I do is I help people take control of their own lives. And so we do all this in a 2-week period, or like I say, a month. If you like it down here in a month, I can show you how to survive down here. Once you learn the rules, like everything else, then it's easy to get going. And the only thing is, you're not going to get rich. This is a third world country. Opportunities are slim, and the state doesn't really get in your way of doing stuff, but it doesn't go out of its way to let you be productive. So it's nice to keep everybody in his place. And I kind of like what the states is doing with all the rules and regulations, trying to get people under control, and they want to limit the power that the individual can have. But if you've taken care of yourself, not only financially but physically, this may be the place for you. And inexpensive. To me, it's fun, exciting. I love it down here. But you need to spend some time down here to judge for yourself.